So I don't have the money or the time right now to travel all the way to Sherwood Forest to review this latest episode, Robots at Sherwood, but I can walk to Regents Park. Let's start off with saying that I really did enjoy this episode. It was good fun and, Robin Hood. Though one of the lowlights of this episode was I am disappointed that it wasn't the same Robin that was in BBC's Robin Hood. I can't remember his name right now. I want to say it's Joe something. But he was a great Robin Hood. However, after watching the episode, I can see why they wouldn't have gone back to him. I don't know if he would have done it anyways, but it is a very different sort of Robin Hood character. Like the episode says, he's laughing a lot to cover up his sorrow, whereas in the BBC show, there was not too much laughing. He had sort of more of like a mischievous grin, but not so much the overt laughing with Robin and his merry men. And then I think it also just would have been strange to have it just that Robin and none of the others the same, so. But some of the highlights of the episode. I love period costumes. Period costumes are always a plus for me, so I'm glad that Clara got to pick out a dress. I'm like, yeah, sure, it's not, completely accurate, but it's the same as it was with Rose. It's like, hey, I know where we're going, I'm going to go pick out something that I think will fit in, and I'm going to have a blast. So I think that was fantastic. Also, all of the analysis of heroes was also good. Very, very literary, and I liked the parallelism between Robin and a doctor. And I think it's especially good after Into the Dalek, because that episode, the doctor kind of saw, maybe he's a little bit more hate-filled than he thought than Robin. He's like, yeah, but I think you're a hero too. And it doesn't matter so much who the actual man is, so much as can he inspire stories and inspire others to be heroes. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I'd be interested, now that I'm making this and thinking, if Jack Harkness could come back, because that's kind of what the doctor did to him. He was just kind of a con man who was, doing some shady stuff, but now he is like a great protector of the earth, and that's thanks to the doctor who's inspired him and everything. Other things I liked was the doctor's fighting skills. That definitely reminded me more of Classic Who. The spoon. The first thing I thought of was Merlin and Arthur threatening him with a spoon. You're like, okay then. So that was really fun to see. It's kind of, I especially like it because, it shows obviously the doctor's very capable of fighting, but he doesn't like weapons, so he will choose something like a spoon. Also, I love Clara being all leadery and so fed up with the doctor, and like, yeah, do you actually have a plan that doesn't involve your sonic screwdriver? Because, you don't have it. And then the guard, you're like, yep, Clara's the leader. The other thing I was leery of in this episode is that, especially at the end, when the spaceship takes off, the people, originally were kind of freaked out, but they didn't seem like as freaked out and disbelieving as they should have been. I feel like there should have been some more panic over that, and it was the end of the episode, but it is kind of strange, and I really don't get how the engines work like that. You just kind of fired a golden arrow and it hit the side, and suddenly that gives it more boost? Like, what? I don't understand these engines. The other thing I'm starting to have a think about is noticing all the different parallels and connections to the Roman era. Obviously, it's the same actor that was in Volcano Day in Pompeii. They've made references to the fact that he thinks he's seen his face before, which could have been then when he saved his face. But then also, in the first episode, there's that robot that's trying to make itself human, and the doctor said that could have dated back to the Roman era. There's one connection to the Romans. I couldn't think of any that were from Into the Dalek. But then this one, they were, to make the engine fly, they were pouring the gold into molds, which looked a lot like the computer chips that were being made in Volcano Day, which is interesting. So I will be curious to see where they go with that, or if this is all just a complete stretch like a couple seasons ago. There was a lot of wind chimes and that amounted to nothing. Until next time, LOZ.